You think you know me? Say I'm as cold-hearted as they come. You think I'm slowly.
What's up, Pride
Big
Purr?
First off, go Dodgers.
Go Dodgers.
Sports ball!
We love sports ball.
San Francisco Giants over here.
Right.
Literally
You're gonna
Jeka from
lose.
the Bay too, so it's
I'm
3 and
from
3,
there.
which is amazing.
Yeah.
You're going for the Dodgers? Bye.
Wow, already leaving before we have our intro to our
Right.
guest.
Didn't even start yet.
All of Jeka's friends and family up in the Bay are giving
know.
him shit for it, so it's pretty funny.
Wow.
But where are you now?
I love them
Spellman
both.
Twins.
We're in LA.
Let's give it up for our special guests, Calvin and Kelvin.
Clinton.
And Clinton.
He must say
He said Calvin.
So I'm Calvin. And I'm Clinton. And we're the Spellman Twins.
Nailed it.
I have a question.
Oh.
Who's older?
I'm older by 7 minutes.
Hey, Jeka's
But-
got
And don't
a
you
long
forget
time.
it.
No, no. I bossed him around because, like, I deserve to. First of all, I want to say one thing. Like, I feel like for our Instagram, all our social medias, I have the right to boss him around because I feel like I carry it.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. I said what I said.
No,
Darshane Darshia, I carry.
I love them.
Darshane.
These are characters they play on TikTok. What's
Yeah.
your guys' handle, real quick?
Spellman Twinz, all platforms. So SPELLMANTWINZ.
Hey,
I almost messed up.
Spellman Twins.
I
with
love
a
twins
Z.
with a Z.
Yeah,
it's
it's
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Like Splash Twins, like Spellman
Uh-huh.
Twins. Yeah.
Hey, Splash Twins.
That's
Hey, we
amazing.
love you. We miss you.
He ate that.
Shout out.
Hi,
Shout out
Splash
Bay
Twins.
Area.
Yeah, come see y'all in New York.
Yep. Oh, y'all come over here. Y'all supposed to come out here. And
They're
sit-
supposed to come out here.
Yeah.
But-
They've been on here. We collabed with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
let's
know,
come
but
here again.
they don't hit us up and let us know that they're coming to LA. So fake.
All right, Splash Twins, you got to come out
Yes,
here
come see
again.
us.
Especially now we got the podcast. And guys, for those who are just listening and have never heard our channel before, we are Pride House LA. I'm Mollee Gray.
I'm Jeka Jane.
I'm Garrett Clayton.
And I'm Kent Boyd.
Woo!
Oh, I thought we were supposed to say something too.
Yeah.
And I'm Clinton. I'm Calvin.
I like that Kent combined your
Their
names.
names.
Cal Clinton.
Yeah, he was about to say he was about to combine our names.
Oh, man.
Being twins, twin life. My dad's also an identical twin, so I'm sure you guys have endless stories about being twins. It's awesome that you can play twins on a platform and it can kind of really be this dynamic duo. Like, we have 4 of us, which is so amazing that we can bounce off. You guys have each other. We were just asking you, like, your team is just you two. You guys are self-made,
That's
and
right.
that's so
Yeah.
awesome to see because we're also kind of relying here on the 3 of us. So it's interesting. Like, how does that feel?
3?
Well,
Everyone always forgets
I wasn't
about me.
Who is not being included? Who got cut?
I was like, what? 2 plus 2 equals 4.
Someone's getting cut.
I meant like I was speaking, so then I didn't want to count myself in.
No, Ken's just referring to the witch who said one of the 4 of us is going to be selling their shares of this house.
Well, so basically, it's on Pride House LA's podcast. We talked about coming out stories and all that, and I do want to get to that pretty soon in just a little bit. But I do want our viewers, listeners, to know like how we met you guys. I know you just had a collaboration with Kent and Garrett. Jeka and I were out of town, so how about let's talk about that and like what kind of started, who reached out to who knew to come, like all of that.
Okay, so it started when I saw a video of you dancing with basically Team Each movie cast, and I was like, yeah, I watched.
Look at behind you.
No,
that's all
okay.
of us.
I try to get you my cool, but really deep down, this was we watched how we were children.
Yeah,
like,
so it's
this
like
is
weird.
It's not just weird. It's like, I mean, it's cool. It's like we do social media too, but it's like
Yeah.
you know, like
the
Team
Team
Beach.
Beach
We
movie
saw you
cast.
guys like we were watching. We were like 12, so it's
I love it.
like
Dang, we just got aged, but that's
no.
That's okay because we're still getting cast as high school seniors.
yeah. That's right.
Right.
Wait,
yeah, and you guys do look like high school people. so
Yeah,
that's
and
good.
Ken tries to call us old every
And
chance
he
he
loves
gets.
to make us feel old.
You know, it's nice to grow up a little.
Hang on.
I do. I pay my bills.
I was
Right,
getting-
that's enough.
I was getting my hair done today. Sorry, side note. And she found out I was 30, and she goes, "You're 30?
Wait,
wow,
really? I
goals."
wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 30. She goes, "Wow, goals." And I definitely thought that we were like the same age, but she was like, "You're 30? Wow."
How old do you
goals."
think she was?
I thought she was maybe like late 20s, early 30s, but I think she's like 22 or something.
Oh.
Well,
Wow.
earlier this week at the I Know What You Did Last Summer thing,
Yeah.
they didn't want to give me a wristband because they're like, I'm so sorry. We have to see your ID. We know that you got in, but we need to make sure that you're over 21. I was like, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, hey, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Okay, but yeah, go ahead. So how did you?
So basically, I was basically just watching you. I just like your vibe. Honestly, I'm not about like numbers. I'm all about like building connections with people.
Hey.
That's what we do.
That's what
I
we do.
really
Like,
don't-
I really can count. If you can have people can have followers, but we met people who have followers and they're just like weird. You know, like there's a lot of
Very
people,
stubborn,
people like that.
stuck
You
up.
want good energy.
Yeah.
No,
want
I want good energy, and I feel like if I'm with someone who has a high following or who like they're just, you can tell they just want the clout and just leave. Don't talk to me ever again. I don't care how many. I don't care how many followers you have.
Yeah, you can sense it right away
Yeah.
when someone.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. If you can have 17 million followers. There's a TikToker that I'm not gonna name no one, but there's
Ooh.
I'm not.
Oh,
I know they have 17 million.
They have something like that, and
Let me check real quick.
no, no, I'm not gonna name names, but we just so happen to come across the person at like an event, like a food place.
Yeah, okay, so let me explain. We were at Saddle Ranch and like we just met up with a random group. We met with Jack from season 2 of The Circle. Shout out to you.
Hey,
Hey.
the circle. I love the circle. I want
hang-
Garrett to go on it. I want Garrett to go on
Yeah,
it.
you
should.
definitely should get on it, but yeah, it's
Holy
crazy.
shit, Garrett would be so
Yeah,
good.
you-
I would not be good at that.
Yeah,
I didn't even watch it.
You just talk to yourself
you need
all
to
day,
watch- you
honey.
really do.
You just twerk in your underwear. Everyone
Right,
will love
exactly.
it.
It's fine. You will really. I'll eat that up.
Yes, you will.
I will. Oh my
It's just gonna be me flipping with wigs all day.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
Yeah, you
people
play
do
games
that,
and
yeah.
You could play
It's
Tanner. Oh my
Cool,
god.
you
that'd
cannot
be
text.
That would be cool.
A catfish.
I would
is
die. Oh, so wait.
yeah.
They comment on a video.
Yeah.
This is how we met. So we met because they commented on a video, which you know normally when the feed goes, you're just like, if you open
It's
your phone, you see
literally
whatever bleep bloop,
Yeah.
it pops up.
And Garrett gets lots of comments. Like,
So
let's
do
be
you,
real.
so
No,
do
no, no, no. It's not
So
Actually, I don't.
look-
I get 2. I get 2, and I want it up.
When you open your thing, 99 plus, like, so it's so hard to
So I open it, and right on the bleep bloop, they pop up, and I was like, oh, and it was, hey, we love to collab, blah, 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 blah. And so I click their page, bleep bloop blah, and so I click it, and their shit is fucking funny, and I was like, I like them, I like their energy, I think they seem very fun, and so I was like,
He brought it to the house.
I
He
messaged.
brought it to the house.
I commented back, and I was like, yes, make it happen, and then they messaged, and they
It
were.
was ironic. Like we were coming to LA. We were like, "What the fuck?"
No, but the reaction when he messaged us, we were at home. Oh yeah, we were at home shirtless.
What did you do? What did
we
you
were
do?
at shirtless.
No, mind you, we just
shirtless.
No, mind you, we literally just came out like on national coming out.
Oh my
day.
God, that's so
Congrats!
Give
We
us
didn't know it was so recent.
Guys, I can't wait to talk about that later.
Yes, we're gonna get into that, but it's a crazy walk.
But that's the next segment. Don't
Yeah,
don't
we're
spoil.
not-
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Let's talk about the first
No,
meeting. So
listen,
Garrett DMs you.
Oh my
What
God,
do you
I'm
do?
getting sweaty.
Well, how do you react? I know we're sharing a mic, so we had to get close.
So we're like, we're in the kitchen and we're like just talking. We
Uh-huh.
say, who the fuck is Garrett Clayton? We open the phone and we're like, oh shit, it's Garrett Clayton. And we started screaming like, oh my God! And my face was like, yeah, I literally sat there in shock. I was like,
I ain't gonna lie, I fell to the floor.
Yeah.
It's like, ah, like okay.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah, and then we're already ironically coming to LA anyway to see our
It was
friends.
just perfect timing.
It was perfect timing.
Kismet.
What?
The word kismet. It's like when things
Yeah.
are meant to happen.
Speaking of, okay, so I don't know if you guys are into manifestation.
Yes.
We believe in that.
So okay, so our birthday is 2/24, or February
yeah, that's
24th,
crazy.
and
You gotta do this.
February 24th, 1999. So before I was going to coming to LA and all that stuff, so I was watching Charmed. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yes.
Charmed.
Yeah. So
The new one or the original?
The
He
original,
watches the original.
one.
Thank
Yeah. So I'm in almost season
We
2
watch
now.
all old stuff.
I watch.
Oh.
I've seen every season of Charmed twice.
Oh wow.
Oh,
That's a problem.
Okay, Flex.
You guys watch
That's a
that?
brag. Give him a sound effect. Give him crickets.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I'm really watching it right now. I'm on season 7. Oh, so good. Like,
No, but wait, hold on. Listen to this though.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is good. This is good. So, I seen it in the apartment number that she went into to get this bad guy. It said 224 on there,
And that's our birthday.
And that's our birthday. And that was a sign right there. Then, like, I went to go fill up my gas tank the day before LA,
Yeah.
and the number was 224 on there.
Oh.
And then going to LA, you know how like you see the signs
that
of
say
how many miles you have left? 224. And
You guys.
Talking in unison.
Yeah.
224 should be like your like brand on something. Like,
I mean,
you just-
that's gonna be on your merch. I
Yeah,
hope.
that's so cute.
We have different collections that we're gonna do.
Well, you need to have the 224 collection.
We do have.
You should
Yeah.
have like twins, like a 2, 2, and then 4. It's like somehow.
Okay, y'all help us out.
Not the crib juices.
We're here for you. Pride House is here.
We're the veterans, you know.
Yeah, we're the old ones. We've done it.
Yeah, y'all know. Y'all been around more
Yeah.
than we have to know.
Oh, Jeka.
Yeah.
That brings us to our next step. Just kidding.
All the ways you've done it. Ding dong.
You guys will learn very fast too. We kind of like laugh at Jack and we call him the professional head nodder because he like doesn't say too much and then he'll randomly say one
something.
thing. And we're like, oh.
Yeah.
Exact moments.
Well then, yeah. Let's actually. Okay, so now you're talking about you just came out on National Coming Out Day, which was just a few days ago. Really, that was like so close. That's our first segment for Pride House LA. We always ask our supporters, our fans, our everything, our viewers, listeners to kind of call in or direct message us and tell us their stories. And then, you know, sometimes we get special guests and we like to talk about their coming out stories. So, do you guys feel comfortable sharing your coming out story?
We're open book.
Okay, cool.
It's about time. It's been 5 years.
Yes,
It's
that's
fine.
amazing. So, let's cut to it. Go ahead.
So what do you want to know? What do you have?
So just kind of like guide us, like when, you know, you first kind of maybe, well, first of all, how do you guys identify?
We're gay. Yeah. Gay all the way.
Hey.
Love it when I hit you. Period.
So just kind of maybe when you, I don't know if, I don't like to say like realize, but just kind of, you know.
No, go ahead. Trust me.
Knew that you were gay and just kind of like wanted to tell you, like maybe your family or friends, and then when you did and kind of what that experience was.
Our parents put us in sports. Well, when I say parents, I mean my dad and his girlfriend. Our mom was absent when we were 4. She like kind of got off our life because I guess she was getting abused by her dad, so she kind of like removed herself from the picture, and we haven't really talked to her ever since until turning 17. But we're gonna dive into that a little later.
Yeah.
So basically, we were playing sports, and we were on the sports teams at like around 6. We always play sports.
Yeah, so we're always around guys. Like,
Yeah.
we're literally always around guys because we play.
Thanks, Dad.
Right.
Yeah, and he gets mad at us for being gay. Like,
Right. Your fault.
You let us do other stuff. Like,
Also, a lot of straight dudes do a lot of gay shit.
no, they
Yes.
Slapping each other's butts and balls.
Yes.
And
Oh my.
no homo. Like, touch your face and shit.
Do not let these football players, basketball players fool you. Y'all nasty in the locker room.
Mhm.
Don't
And we-
let it fool you. So
Yeah, so we basically knew that we like guys since we were 6, but we
Yeah,
didn't
I
want to
already
say anything because my dad is really homophobic, like super homophobic.
yeah.
And actually, my dad and uncle, they're twins.
Yeah.
They're identical.
Dang.
Yeah, and
That's
they're both homophobic.
Sheesh. So what was that process like?
So basically, this is kind of, we kept it a secret basically all of our life because I mean, we're just playing sports, going to school,
Did
doing
you
all this
guys
stuff.
talk about it like
No.
together?
Well, no, not yet,
Oh
but
my god, that's
okay, that's-
amazing.
well, we did, but we didn't talk about it until like later on.
Once we
So-
explain the story, I feel like it kind of ties into
Yeah,
like
yeah,
how
yeah.
we came out
Yeah.
to each other.
So basically, how our dad found out that we were gay is when my brother. Okay, so it was late at night. I'm gonna let him explain the story because he knows it happened first with him.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay, so I'm explaining the story real like it's long. So pretty much what happened was like so our dad he goes to work super early, like at midnight, and so he's his girlfriend's there, and so we had sensors in our house and cameras. Like I don't know why they did that. Like we had no freedom in the house. Like we literally
We're like
we couldn't.
prisoners.
Yeah, it was weird. Like I don't know, but we had these sensors in our house, and for some reason we were asleep one night. And like I had my iPod because we didn't have our technology like that. She recently just gave it to us because we were like seniors, like why can't we have technology? Like we can balance schoolwork in that. And so I was watching TV on my iPod, and apparently like the sensor went off. But we were in our rooms, and she came out and she opened the door, and I acted like I fell asleep, of course. And so and then she walked back into her room, and then I will never forget this. When she went back into her room, I couldn't go to sleep, so I was watching this stick figure fight. Like stick figures fight, the different colors, how they fight each other, and you don't know who wins. So I was watching that, and then I ended up falling asleep while I was watching it because mind you, we can't have technology when we're going to sleep. So mind you, I was watching it and the sensor went off again. So she comes in the room and she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, I was asleep and I woke up. I was like, "Is this a fucking dream?" And so like she started cussing me out, and I was like
barely coming to. And then she got mad. She went to my brother's room and took his iPod and stuff and was like,
But mind you, he was also talking to guys.
Yeah,
too,
so, yeah.
I was also watching the steak
Like on the phone?
no, like I was so I
You weren't
had
making noise. Like you weren't on
no. But I remember the sensor went off. I don't know why it was geeking that.
Like a sensor in your room.
No, like above the door, like the sensors around the house. Like I don't know why, but it
Make
was.
sure like no one was going. in
Yeah,
the
so
room.
yeah, but they made it seem like we were the prisoners. Like no one's stealing from that neighborhood, trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like they took the iPod, and I knew our life was done after that with them. Like our relationship was down the drain because my iPod was unlocked. Like it didn't have a passcode.
So she could see.
So she went to work. So she took our iPods that night, and she went. Of course, she was gonna be nosy and go to work, and she was gonna look through it. She didn't find nothing for me. I make sure I delete my stuff. I'm talking about. It was him that got us caught up. But it got to where we are today. But
Yeah.
but
maybe it was
it was meant to
Was
happen.
it Kismet?
I don't know what that
means.
means. So basically, she had our phones the next day. She went to work, and we already knew she was gonna look through our phones.
Yeah.
And
iPods to be exact.
iPods. And then so like I said, I had nothing on my phone. I know how to delete my stuff. Unlike him.
Yeah,
he got caught up.
I didn't care. I mean, it's like I hit some stuff, but it's like that night I got caught up.
being very nonchalant.
Yeah, it just happened. There's nothing I could do about it. But I knew from right there when she took those iPods, I was like, their whole life's about to turn around.
Yep. And so we went to school obviously and then we came home, and she comes home at kind of approximately the time we come home, which is like 3 or 3:30.
And we knew something was up. So my room was literally above the garage. So when you heard that garage open, I'm like, ready to end this life.
Yeah.
Ready to end
And
this life.
usually she'll come in too. She'll come in right away. But our dad was already home. And he went downstairs. I was like, oh shit. And he never does that. Usually he's already like in the bed relaxing. And we're like, oh crap. And then so he went downstairs, and they were down there for a minute. I was like, they found something on the phones.
Yeah.
And then so he comes back upstairs. He was like, which one of you guys are the faggots? Yeah.
Yes. And like we were just like, and we just knew already. Like once they started coming upstairs,
Because like I mind you, we say he's very homophobic.
Yeah.
And so he was like, which one of you are faggots? We were like,
And, like, we were just sitting there,
You know how
like-
embarrassing that is?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
not embarrassing to be gay, but embarrassing to like
and the fact that we just know she searched through my stuff, you know,
And
like
also to use that
word.
Yeah.
And I feel like
it's already hard being
gay. And,
Yeah.
and my thing is she was very like insensitive about it, because like at the same time, if you if we're gay or we're questioning ourselves, wouldn't you want to have us come downstairs and talk to us first,
Yeah.
rather than knowing our dad's homophobic? You should have said, hey, you got tell your
have to
dad
tell your
eventually.
dad.
Don't just lay on him right there and then.
Yeah, talk to us
It shows
first.
her homophobia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. No, she's like,
I don't care. Fuck her.
Words of
If you hear this, I don't. It's not like.
Yeah.
I don't care. Fuck you. Like you literally like you ruined our relationship with our dad. That's all I gotta say. But at the same time, if it didn't happen, I feel like we wouldn't be where we are today. But at the same time, she could have talked to us about it, and I feel like that was very disrespectful.
And it was clear that they didn't have that.
Mm.
And for any of you out there, if someone's speaking to you like that, like it's clear that it's not going to end well. That it's better for you. Well, maybe we'll find out more with the story as you guys continue to tell it. But like, I'm really interested in how to deal with a toxic energy like that, because so many people that I know are dealing with someone like that.
Yeah, we'll definitely touch on that. So basically,
and I'll tell you, we'll dive into like what happened after he calls the faggot. So after that, we like sat there in shock. We're like, oh shit. And I was like doing my studying for a math test. And he comes to me first, and like I'm laying on my stomach, and our dad is huge. Like he's big. Yeah.
How big?
Like
no, we know what you mean. No, big as like muscle, not like stomach.
But
No, we know what he meant. I know he is, but it's hard when you're gay. You have your lingo.
When you're
No,
gay,
I know. It is. No.
so he's a really buff guy.
Yeah.
So pretty much like I was laying on my stomach, and like how the fuck like he used one foot and flipped my whole body around. Like you literally have to be Hulk Hogan or some shit to do that. And so he flips my body around, and he's like, I'm not gonna repeat myself. Like I don't remember all the details, but I just remember some stuff. And then like I remember, did he just go in your room after that?
Yeah,
Like, he got mad. He like pushed me or something. And then he went in my brother's room.
He was like saying, I didn't find anything on your phone, but you're a faggot too. Yeah. So still saying the faggot word, you know?
So
and I'm okay, so my bed is like right here. And like, I'm like, I'm on, my back is against the bed. And I'm like doing my homework.
Yeah.
And like, so he like,
Yeah, so like he grabs my, he's like saying, "Give me your phone," and so I handed it to him, but I guess I handed it to him rudely.
Yeah.
How do you hand somebody your phone rudely? Like what? You sound dumb. Like
He just wanted an excuse to hit
And
you.
also, you want to be doing something rude when you know, like, okay, shit's about to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so after him, he said, "What the fuck? What was that?" And then he kicked me in my neck. Yeah. He kicked me in my neck, and then after he did that, like I kind of stood up, and he thought I was about to flex, like fight him, but I was like getting up because like you just kicked me on my neck. I wasn't like getting up like, "Oh, let's fight." I was like, "Whoa!" I was like in shock.
Yeah, like,
so when he
you're
kicked me
weird.
back, and then he started ripping my shirt. He like choked me and then ripped my shirt. And then the girlfriend had the audacity, was like, "Stop! Like, bitch, you started this shit."
Yeah,
like it would have been avoided.
Like, you should have just let him kill us. Like at that point,
Right.
No, like if you're gonna start something, you knew how he's gonna react. I'm
like-
not saying like let us, but it's like, bitch, you started.
Like,
it.
bitch, you started
Finish
it.
it.
Like,
Let him finish it.
Right, it wouldn't have. What do you mean, like, oh, stop, bitch? No, you want him to choke us, like,
Yeah.
with your homophobic ass.
Look at your choices.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Like, bitch, you know exactly
She
what
had,
you're
literally,
doing.
could have did it totally different.
Yeah, and
Like,
so he like actually it's funny. My friend recently he told me I had like a jacket on. It was like an Aeropostale white jacket, and the mom. I'm gonna go deep in it later, but she actually has my jacket still. That's ripped.
Mhm.
Yeah, of him ripping
so
it.
Aeropostale, you need to sponsor them and give them all new
Yes.
clothes.
Oh,
We'll touch
that
on-
talks about
wait,
that.
wait till I finish. Wait, it's gonna go crazy.
Okay, just kidding,
Let-
Aeropostale.
hold on.
No, just sponsor us though.
Just sponsor.
American
No,
Eagle?
you'll see.
American
American Eagle.
PacSun. No.
Yeah. So then our dad came in my room, and then he like
And this is after he took my phone and all that stuff.
Yeah,
so he went back.
He came in my room, and then like he was like, stand up, and he fucking pushes me, and I thought my fucking chest was about to like break. Like he pushed me hella hard. I wasn't because like when we were younger, we kind of used to like look down. Like we weren't confident. Like
Yeah, because
we never had
and we didn't have confidence because like we had our stepmom and our dad was
They
saying
always
like,
talk down on
They always
us.
talk down on us. So she said you'll always live life with your head down. But that's because they were physically and mentally abusive.
Yeah, we couldn't. And people knew like we didn't have a life. Like all of our friends do stuff. Like in high school, we didn't get to do anything. Like
And
literally, it was just
all
all
sports. It was all sports. And our dad, I think for him, he wanted us to be like his like trophy system to him. So like, he was a sports like into sports and all that stuff. But I was into sports. I love sports. We were really good at it. But like I wanted to act. I wanted to like be in a talent show. Yeah, I did that.
We
see?
could. I honestly truly believe. I feel like if we started like when we were in like high school, I really feel like things would be so different. Like.
But look at you.
But look at us
Yeah,
now.
start now.
No, but I'm
Exactly.
saying now. But now we start now. But we're doing it now. Like we're actually doing it. But like it's like it's not a regret, but it's just like. It's like you kind of one of the things you wish we had those confidence. What we knew now, like I would have been left. So it's like one of those things. Kind of you look back on. It's like, damn, what the fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and so basically he went back in his room and he like, he pushed me and then he went back to him and then I guess you got up, right? Yeah, so he came back in my room, he started hitting me a little more again. And then after that, they got mad. Like after that, he was like saying, okay, I'm gonna go with my girlfriend now.
so he's trying to like throw shade on us.
He's like, I'm about to go back to my room with my girl. You faggots can stay in your room. He's like, when you guys turn 18, I want you out of my
And
house.
we knew he meant
And
that
we
shit.
knew he meant
Yeah,
that.
I know.
You
Like,
know how sometimes
How
we're
old were you at the time?
17. And mind you, you know when parents get mad, they'll say, when you're out of my house, when you're 18, get out of my house.
No,
When
he
he's
meant
mad.
that, trust
No,
me.
when it came to homophobic and stuff, he was not allowed that. I know he wouldn't. And so we so he went back to the room, and so I took the initiative. I cannot believe I
Yeah,
did this. I did like I don't know what I was thinking, but like I grabbed my backpack and I ran downstairs. I ran downstairs.
All you hear is boom, 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 boom. Like I was okay. I wanted to laugh so bad. Like it wasn't laughing ever. I wanted to laugh so bad. I was like, Calvin's really doing this. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
So
like,
I grabbed my backpack. I just grabbed my school supplies. Just my.
the assignment.
I understood the
understood the
fucking assignment.
assignment.
Yeah, so I grabbed my backpack. I ran downstairs. I opened up the garage. I only brought my slippers with me, and I didn't even let them. I didn't even. And it was like it was literally like the Matrix. Like
Yeah,
like in the
that's
Matrix
why
when
I'm
the
laughing,
when the
because
door's getting ready to close and you like slide through it. Bitch, I didn't even let it open. I literally rolled through it. I rolled out of it and I ran. Yeah, I ran and because I thought they would follow me. And so I ran. I went to my school. My school is I went to Laguna Creek. It's in Sacramento or in Elk Grove. And I went to my school. It's like right there. And I knew the band. Like the band was like this was
super
around like
late.
6 or 7. They played super late. And so So I went to the school, and mind you, my shirt was ripped and all that stuff, tattered, and I just had my slippers with me in my backpack. And so I went to the school, and my friend Sarah Olsen, I'll never forget you.
Yeah.
She let me use her phone.
Bad bitch, real bitch.
Yeah, she let me use her phone. She was there with the color guard, and she let me use her phone. And I called my friend Jace. Shout out to you, Jace, as well.
Right, shout out to the haircuts.
And
too.
he did our haircut. Yeah. So I called him, and he and his mom came to pick me up from the school. And so when I went there, I stayed there for like the night, and they took care of me and all that stuff. And we just he was like talking to me, getting my mind off of things. And I didn't tell him that we were.
Just like left your brother.
Yeah, I know.
But
it gets
it's
crazy. But like, I didn't tell my friend Jace that I was gay at the time. I was just telling myself our dad got. He got mad and stuff, and he just hit us. He basically being abusive, which he really is. We went to foster care when we were 12 and 13 from him abusing us. So
that's another story.
That's another story too. Yeah. So basically, he's gonna go into his story about how.
This is the part 2 of my story.
So he left.
Yeah. So he left. So after that, so it's crazy. So we knew we couldn't have technology. Meryl was saying they didn't like how we technology, so we always had that backup. Bitch, we plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So we had these 2 iPods, but he ended up taking them before he ran away. So we had these 2 iPods from our friend Colby. It's funny, we're staying with him right now. We're in LA, so it's weird. So yeah, so we had these. Yeah, hi Colby. So yeah, we had these 2 iPods, and he took them. But I also had another backup phone. It was like an Android, it was like cracked. And so after that, because I went to bed and I grabbed that phone and I like texted. I texted my friends, and it's crazy. When he ran away, this is the crazy part. Everything he did, when he ran to the school, I knew exactly what I was doing. That's the funny part about the story.
I didn't have to tell him.
He didn't have to tell me what he was doing.
It was like an intuition. He knew exactly what I was doing.
When he ran away, I knew exactly who he was going to go to talk to, like the girl, our friend Sarah. I knew he was going to call her. It was just weird. It's so that's
creepy.
No, and like it's really weird. Like I knew exactly.
Superpowers?
Yeah, they do. Like you guys don't understand. Like twins really do have powers.
It's the close ones that have it, though. I feel like we're really close. So
yeah. So I texted my friend Garrett. I saw that coming. But yeah, I texted him, and then I ended up texting my friend Jace,
which I was with.
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, Jace, is Calvin there?" And he was like, "Prove who this is," because like we didn't have any other technology, or whatever. And so the phone basically my brother's like, "Take a picture. I don't believe you." And I was like, "Calvin, I can't take a picture. The phone makes a loud noise, even if it's on silent." So that's how he knew, because our parents didn't know that. They didn't know about the phone. So that's how he knew. Like he's like, "Oh my God, Clinton, is you?" It was so sad. Like it was like it was crazy.
That was like a moment.
Yeah,
it was like weird because
that was the closest moment. That was literally like,
oh, now I'm getting emotional.
Yeah, that moment really like, oh shit. That moment like really like brought us. I feel like brought us closer like at that moment, because we both knew like we were connected more. And so
I don't want to cry. I'm not gonna cry.
No. But yeah, so I talked to him, and he was basically saying like, "Clint, it's okay." Like, I
was like, because he didn't have the he didn't delete stuff off his phone. He was like, I was just telling him, like, reassuring him, like, it's okay. We're gonna be in a better place eventually. We got out of like abusive situation like all of our life, and so I feel like it's just gonna be a new chapter. So I was just reassuring him, telling us, okay, they found stuff on your phone. Yeah. And so after that, he said he was gonna get ready to go to bed, but I told him to bring clothes because I knew we weren't gonna come back. I told him we're not going back to the house. Yeah. But this is his story. He's gonna explain the next day. Yeah. So normally, like, remember I was telling you, my dad goes to bed at midnight, or he wakes up at midnight to go to work. Oh. So I went to sleep, and I wake up the next morning, and he's there. Like, he's at the house. I'm like, the stepmom's already gone.
Yeah, stepmom's already gone. So normally we're by ourselves in the morning. By like at 6, we're by ourselves. And so he's in the office, and like I'm like slowly like packing, like I'm slowly getting up, and like I grabbed this. We had blankets inside this bag, and so I dumped the blankets out slowly because I know like he's there. So if he hears me packing shit. Yeah. Like, I wasn't going to talk to him. I was going to pack shit and just leave. And so, like, I hear, like, the chair just go, boop. He gets up. And so I'm in his room packing clothes. And he's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I ignore him. And he tried to buck up on me. And so I got kind of scared, like, when I'm, like, 17, like I said, I didn't have the confidence in. And I was, like, packing clothes. And he's like, no, the fuck you're not. He snatches the clothes, and he dumps it all on my brother's bed. And he's like, you ain't taking shit, faggot. I'm like, this word right here? I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. Yeah, sorry. But it's
this is what happened. It's your story.
Yeah,
like it's good for our listeners to hear the way that
It's
word is used
yeah.
against a lot of our community. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
no, like it's hard to hear, but it's what.
But your story and stories like this are important to get into the world because there are other people who are experiencing things like you in our community and in our like queer family
Yeah.
that will feel less alone.
You're
because of
gonna
your
be
story.
such a big role model to so many people.
Like when once we get deeper into it, like I definitely want to like tell you guys, like it's hard, but like once you're out, it's like crazy.
Yeah.
But so basically, he tried to bring the. I tried to pack the clothes. And it's like you're not. He said no, you're not faggot. And then he just kept talking shit. I can't remember everything he said, but he just kept talking shit, and, like calling you a faggot. Like and like I already didn't accept being gay myself. Like I couldn't believe it, you know.
Damn, yeah.
And so he was just calling me a faggot. And so like luckily he took our other phones because we actually had these other phones that we could use to text and stuff. We actually had those, but it wasn't a smartphone. It was like a slide up phone.
And
so
I know what you're talking about.
And that's the ones they took that night too, because they already had the iPod. So they took the actual phones that night. And so luckily, like I had my alarm for school to wake up. So luckily it went off, and he was tired of hearing it beep because he kept talking shit. So he went to his room to go turn it off. So I run into the bathroom or run to my room and grab hella underwear and stuff in my backpack, and I grab socks and I go to our bathroom and grab our toothbrush and like our retainer and stuff, and then our dad comes back and I was like hurry and went back to the room like I was doing something. And so and then I ended up going downstairs, and then it's like one of those things, you know, when you're closing like a movie, it's like I knew I wasn't coming back after that. Like I had barely anything, like and then I knew I wasn't coming back. So I go downstairs and my dad follows me the whole way. Like he kept following me. So I go downstairs, open the garage, the same garage he ran out. And so I grabbed my track bag for track. Like I don't know why he let me grab that. Like he didn't let me grab anything else. Like I don't know.
Sports. He was like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like what? Like
sports.
Yeah, you literally watched me grab my sports bag. I'm like, okay, and I grabbed that.
Maybe in his mind he thought, oh well, I stopped him from taking his clothes, so now all he can do is go to school and come back and get his shit.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't think like that.
Well, when you're a dumb asshole,
right?
You don't think things through when you drive people away and they don't want to come back.
Exactly.
Right.
You can always buy more clothes. You can get another fucking toothbrush.
Yeah.
You can't get another body if somebody breaks it.
Right.
Right.
No, for real. Yeah. And so it's crazy. Like after that, he closed the garage and I turned back and I never came back.
And you say we only took underwear and
socks.
So everything we have now, we had to start from scratch. And mind you, we were 17 years old, and this is December of 2016. Yeah.
Wow.
So we had to start all over. And then, so our mom comes into the picture because that next day we met each other at the school. And during recess, not recess, it was lunch. It was lunch, during lunch. We went to like this computer lab. That's where we always go. We're social people, but we didn't fit in with nobody. Like we can fit in with everyone.
That's
we can fit
everyone in our
jocks.
community.
Yeah, we can fit with jocks. We can fit in with emo people. I don't know.
Yeah,
I can just fit in with anybody.
Yes, emo.
Yeah, I can fit in with anybody.
Yeah, so I think we were really well respected in high school too, because we weren't like we weren't cliquey.
Yeah.
Like we hang out with our sports people, like everyone. Like we
hang out with like writers, actors, just anyone. So we were in like the computer lab, and I finally called my mom after 11 years. Yeah. And so I always knew her number by heart. They told me if we contacted her, they would kick us out the house.
Yeah, so we never got to talk to her.
So we never talked to her.
Oh.
Yeah.
So then you call her.
Yeah, so I call her. I was like, is this, I said, is this Levine? I call her mom, but I said, is this Levine? I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
And she's like,
is
I was
this
like,
Calvin?
She picked up. Yeah. And she was like, oh my gosh, is this Calvin?
Like you never seen like so much excitement, like because I haven't talked to her in years.
Yeah. And so,
And what'd you say? Yeah, this is
me.
Yeah.
And I was like telling her like, we ran away from home. And mind you, I didn't tell her why. I just said it was abusive. She knew it was abuse going on because she had to fight for us in courts and stuff.
And we always would choose our dad. I don't know why we did that.
Yeah.
We just knew.
Probably out of fear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Probably.
So, we don't know the right reason, but we always chose him. I don't know why when they fought for us in the courts. But so I called her, and then we were very depressed at that time. At that point, we didn't want to even work on our schoolwork or nothing.
Yeah.
So
it was finals.
And it was finals.
Dang,
And this was
yeah.
before winter break.
Yeah.
And so we were like, you know what, Mom, can you just come pick us up? So we went to our friend Lucius's house, and he let us stay there for like 2 days. And then our mom, because she had work, so the dad and my friend Lucius let us stay at their house. And then after that, the dad said they kind of have to go.
Yeah, because they can't take care of us.
So our mom came from Redding, California, which is like 2 hours away from Sacramento, where we live, and she picked us up, but
the thing is, like, she didn't have a place of her own like that. So it was she lived with her mom, but she had like our cousins and stuff living with them.
Right.
So we had no place with them.
Right.
So we stayed with our older brother, Michael, and then, you know, we left that situation. It wasn't a healthy situation because like he had his girlfriend with her and like, you know, yeah, it's like hard when you have you're bringing some people in. So we ended up leaving. And then so we stayed with our family friends, which was my dad's friend. But we call him Uncle. His name is Uncle Jeff. But he ended up hanging himself.
Dang.
Yeah, and so.
Wait, so did you? Yeah, like did you end up telling your mom? Did you come out to your mom?
Yes, we did end up doing that, but I'm gonna go into that in a second.
Okay, yeah, I was like, before we get to that, I do want to take a little quick break, and then come back and let's talk about what happened, like when you kind of switch places, and then we wind down and start telling people, and I mean, this story is insane. Like I'm like every second, I can't believe it gets like kind of worse.
To cry.
I mean,
tears was really about to come down. Like I never cry ever.
Yeah,
so.
no, I love it, and you know, I feel like this is going to be kind of the base of this whole episode, and I feel like let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Talk more about this story and like what we can do for, you know, people in our community, kind of help them if they're going through the same thing that you went through.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Yep.
We'll be right back.
Bye.
Welcome back, listeners. We're loving Pride House.
I like that. Welcome back, Pride fam. Before the break, we were talking to the Spellman Twins about their coming out stories. Kent is just causing distractions per usual, but it's good. And we kind of left off on a serious note. The twins had just, you know, moved from their mom's place, and they were now seeing friends, and so I think it's about to get juicy, they said. We're about to hear the coming out stories and all that.
We didn't move from our mom's place. She picked us up.
Oh, right. She picked you up. She picked
us up, and we moved from our brother's place, and then we moved to our brother's place, and then we ended up going to a family friend, and then so I'm gonna dive into that. So there,
that's where we left off.
The family friend. So his name was Uncle Jeff.
That's what we call him. He was a white dude, family oriented.
Yes.
He had like 5 kids. Like
Thank God for the ally.
We were best friends with the older son, Jacoby, and we were childhood friends, and so that's how our dad knew the dad, and then we knew the son from the dad, you know. So we became like best friends, but
family.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So best friends.
Yeah. He was your Linda, and you were the head.
But yeah, so after that, you know, but tragically, I mean, he like ended up passing away. He ended up hanging himself.
Yeah, because like his wife left him from a cop guy, and it's
and
like he built a life with this woman. You know, he got 5 kids,
and he couldn't see himself without anyone else.
Like,
so how can you restart your life and you have 5 kids? Like who else are you gonna love that hard? Like you knew you loved this woman to have 5 kids with her. Like come on now. And it was very sad. So like, you know, he wasn't there in the picture, so it was just the wife, and we weren't even close to her like that. So I'm shocked she even invited us to live with her. Yeah, so it was the wife, and then
a little bit of guilt on her.
Yeah,
she got a lot of bad.
So we ended up with her, and then the man that she ended up being with. So we were in that house. It was very toxic. Let me tell you, but it was because, I mean, and now we look back at it, you gotta understand, like she lost her dad only a year. Like all the kids lost their dad. So it's like Jade. She was like sad, you know, like you lost your dad. Jane is the second oldest. So we were close to her too. So it's like you lost your dad. It's like we kind of can't be mad,
but like, you know, a fundamental time.
Yeah, and she's like, and she was in high school. Like you're like come on now, like you need. She was like 14, and like I understand. I look back at it now. She had a lot of anger, but like I'm looking at it now, I'm realizing like, okay, her dad died. I have no idea how that feels, and so I feel for her. So if you're watching this, I understand everything. You know, we love you. Hope you're doing. We still love you. Hope you're doing good. You're thriving.
Well, and the irony of you guys are kind of going through something similar. Like you lost your dad, maybe not to death, but it's still something.
Yeah,
it is because he basically told us we're dead to him.
Yeah.
He's literally no
I actually have messages on my phone of what he said to us. Like he was like saying basically when we were Reading, we started running track. We actually stared running track in Reading.
Yeah, because we ran track in high school when we were in Elk Grove. So we ended up, they actually finally let us run. Because when you transfer, you kind of have to sit a year, but they actually let us go right away.
But you guys were mistakenly, you know, you guys were pretty good at running.
Yeah.
Hey.
we were
state qualifier, and then
we were really good. We were really good at football, not sports, football,
Sports ball. We love a sports ball.
We were good at football.
We love sports and sports.
Sports. No, we were good at football and track. We were really good. And our dad started, one thing I could say though, our dad, he started us young in track, all these sports. We didn't run track until high school, but that's somehow we got our scholarship from that. Usually it was basketball and football.
What'd you get your scholarship like what was it?
It was our we went to Sac State. We go to Sac State University.
We currently go. Yeah, we go there.
But we got a scholarship from that. But I'm gonna dive into that in a second.
Sorry, we're getting ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna head.
We're gonna get to all this.
Yeah, we're not. Is that part of the story?
Yeah,
it's really
too fast.
It's gonna line up.
Trust me.
No, we love a foreshadowing though. We love
Right.
it.
So now you gotta hit.
It's like a cliffhanger for our viewers.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's uplifting. It's positive.
Trust me. It's all of it's gonna tie in.
Yeah.
So basically, we stayed with the family friend, and then she was dealing with the stuff, and they had it was 5 kids, and it was us added, that's 7.
Right.
So that's too much going on. And then so the day before I think it was the day before our birthday, they kicked us out the house. And so we ended up staying. This is when we were at school too. The news got brought to us.
You were at school when they took
Yeah.
And it was your birthday?
She texted our mom. We were all in the car too, and we were listening to music and stuff, and she texted our mom, and our mom told us to call her. I'm like, what? What happened? And she's saying, oh, she wants you guys out. I'm like, what the fuck? We were literally just laughing with her in the car. You're weird. And that really made me, that's when I really realized too, people are really two-faced. People are really smart. I really saw that. I really saw that in reality. You're literally laughing at us, taking us to school, and then you text my mom. What the fuck? Huh?
So hard.
I'm like, that's so weird. People really like that.
And also, we're going through grown experiences, even though we're in high school. So treat us like you want to be treated as well, and have a conversation with us rather than go behind our back.
And some empathy.
Exactly.
Human.
Exactly.
Be
I
could have told us.
I ain't gonna lie. I gave it to her. I was cussing.
Good.
I was saying because one thing about me, that was so disrespectful. I don't care what nobody say. That was weird to me. You knew what we were going through. You knew we technically didn't have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Luckily we ended up having a place to go. But shout out to Anthony and James, our twin cousins. They're our twin cousins. They were so supportive of everything too.
More twins.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then
Twins.
so you moved to their place?
So they moved to their place. So after we moved to their place, we stayed with them for three months till we were ready to graduate from the school that we transferred to from Laguna to Enterprise High School in Reading. So we stayed. Actually, take that back. Hold up. We went to a school called Foothill, and it was predominantly white school. We were the only black people there. It was.
Scary.
It was scary. You see those movies where you walk into a cafeteria and people just look back and stare at you?
Yeah.
That's what they do. When we walked in there,
That's
that's what they
every
did.
scary movie.
Yeah.
It's called Teen Beach 2.
no, so they literally they kept staring at us, looking back at us, but it got real toxic. It got toxic there, so we had to leave. Remember, they kicked us out, so we ended up transferring from that school, and we went to Enterprise.
Yeah, that school was very diverse,
and that's where one of the twins, Anthony, he was a counselor there, and so we ended up going there. Yeah, so when he goes to so we didn't really need a car or anything. So when he goes to school, he'll wake up at 7 a.m. We'll go to school with him.
Yeah.
So it was
Counselors, man. There are some really great counselors.
There is. And so he took us to school, and we stayed with them for him and his brother for a few 3 months till graduation, and we didn't walk the stage because I thought
we were always at the state meet.
Literally every year. We never got to even in middle school or whatever, we never got to walk the stage because we were always at the state meet, California State meet. Oh. So it was we never got to graduate properly ever.
California State meet, can you change the dates?
Right. Really every time we were about to graduate.
Let these people walk.
Right. Yeah. No, but Enterprise
understand the assignment.
Right. But Enterprise was different though, because we didn't really know. We actually, I feel we get people come to us because of our energy naturally. So even when we were going through stuff, they didn't know that. So we always have that bright energy, and I want to let people know as well as anything that happens in your life, turn the negatives into a positive
as much as you can.
Literally see the upside of things. Exactly. See the
breathing proof.
And the flip side of that too is if you guys are in somebody's life, make sure you're checking in on them because you never know. You never know what somebody's going through. So I'm very specific with bullies and stuff like that. So people like that, you never know what somebody is going through. So make sure you're just always kind of spreading that kindness.
Exactly.
And, because I'm sure if somebody said, if someone was walking down the hall and called you faggot or something, that would ruin your life, right? Because they had no idea what you're going through.
Yeah. Well, at the time.
Right. Yeah. But it's like you never know what somebody's going through.
Exactly.
So it's
And
so
it-
sad.
And so
But if it happened today, it'd be like, what about it?
right, exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
It's crazy.
We're
Yeah.
gonna dive into that one too. So the confidence that we gained over the years.
Yeah.
So basically, what were we at? We were talking about.
So you're with your twin cousin.
Oh yeah. So we were at our twin cousins, and so we ended up eventually getting a scholarship for Sacramento State University to run track. So we got a full ride there, and so
Impressive.
Okay,
yeah.
full ride. I think that deserves an applause, Greg.
for right now. Yeah, for right now. Yeah, right now.
Keep those
Right
grades.
now.
There's so many twists and turns in
drinking
the
water.
story.
Right now. So we ended up running there. We ran track freshman, sophomore year. We actually had the highest scholarship on the team.
There
But
you go.
But here's the thing though. Track is okay. So in high school, it's different because it doesn't feel like a
It's
job.
like, yeah, you don't have to technically run track, but when you get to college,
That shit is literally a job. It's so
yeah,
stressful.
you have to
It's
win.
like social
You pretty
media.
much have to place and win like all the
to
time.
keep your money.
You know, everyone else has a mindset to win too. You're not gonna always win. Like,
Yeah.
It's like that's kind of like impossible unless you're Usain Bolt. But but yeah,
So not impossible.
Yeah, it's not impossible. Yeah, but it was like so they ended up. So I ended up going to the Big Sky Championship. And like I did good too. Like I ran the fastest I ever ran in my fucking life. Like,
Yeah.
and I was expecting to come back next year. I was gonna actually be more focused on it. Like, cause we did social media. I was gonna really focus on track. We go in to go get our financial aid paper signed, and the coach says, "Oh, we're not bringing you back." And this is sophomore
That
year.
literally like it literally brought back to like all the shit like that happened. It's like
we were like, we had scholarship, like, you know, like we're safe, we're stable now,
Yeah.
you know? And then we lost the stability, like that confidence
Yeah.
that we gained even after like leaving home and stuff like that. We thought we had a home, like with the
Yeah.
track team. We lost that too, you know? Like,
Mhm.
and then, here's the killing part though. Freshman year, we had to stay in the dorms. You're always required to stay in the dorms.
Right.
So we stay in the dorms, but the thing is, they have summer breaks and we can't stay in the dorm. So
Right.
now we're out of, but technically homeless again. So so basically we stay with our cousin Kennedy. She let us stay with us, and she lives in Sacramento. So she let us stay with us until the doors open again. We go back in. So sophomore year, we end up getting a apartment called The Crossings, and we don't have to worry about like getting kicked out because during the summers that's our place, you know. And it was just me and him. Me and him lived together. It was a 2-bedroom. He had his own bathroom. I had my own bathroom.
Hey.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Too bad.
yeah, I cannot live with people. Okay, I can live with people. It just depends. Some of them like
It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard. You gotta really like.
You want your own space.
Yeah, exactly. So. It gets man. Okay, so it gets crazy because like we lost our scholarship because they didn't like us posting on social media.
And so we know we were
Oh,
we lost
wow.
our scholarship, but we were able to go to school.
So you lost your scholarship because of what you're successful for right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And if I stuck with just track, I think we would have not be where we are today.
Oh,
where we
for
are,
sure.
yeah.
So I'm actually so this is what I mean turn your negative to the positive,
positive.
because if you didn't kick me off the team, I wouldn't be thriving how I am today.
Hey.
So
Exactly.
Yeah.
like literally I don't
Just
regret
like
it.
it's texts, just like having those texts, like all of those things like were
Yes.
necessary for you to find where you are.
And this
now.
is my drive too. Like I have a message like on my phones. I have it saved, and because my dad texted my mom one time we were at my mom texted my dad
a picture of us running track.
and he was like saying, I don't care what, here comes this word, I don't care what you or those faggots are doing, you're dead to me, stop texting me, blah blah blah. And till this day that fuels me. I look at it on my phone, and that I don't know why when negative stuff comes into my life, it feeds the fuel.
Yeah,
like,
some people- some people can't
can't
handle
handle it, but
that.
I can handle any hate comment. Like
Word.
I turn it to
yeah.
and when people hate on me, I know I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I get so happy. I
Yes.
get
We love a good hater.
It's almost like psychotic how happy I get. It's like you're calling me.
doubt-
You're
you doubt me?
You're doubting me.
Like,
You're
the fact that you spent time out your day
Day
to
to-
literally call me a faggot, like that feels so good. Like you literally
it does.
you went out your way to say you're a dumbass bitch, you're ugly, I don't fuck with you, blah. You went.
That's too much. That's a lot. But I'm so excited because it fills me. Like it makes me go harder in the paint. Like I just love it. So like I said, I can take the heat. Like I love it. So yeah.
Okay, so now you guys have your own place. Now it's starting to look up, or no?
Okay. So we had our own place at the crossing. So we lost our scholarship around 2018, right?
Yeah.
So during the summer of 2019, we went to VidCon.
That's when we ended up going to VidCon.
Oh, we were just talking about VidCon.
Yeah.
Lighthouse
We were
LA
just-
will be at VidCon.
Yeah,
They have to. They have not been. Like they're out their mind. Like they don't understand.
Right.
We're new at that.
We're
point.
Literally, if you have someone film on that account, that shit's gonna like blow your shit up. Like you have to go.
We love
Okay,
blowing
cool.
things up.
No, yeah, so we ended up going to that event. And, and like it was new, like, cause we knew a bunch of like influencers that were pretty like high following and stuff like that. And I feel like we let that get to our head, cause like we were like we're like staying up all night filming content. We weren't going to sleep, and we weren't used to that,
Right.
And so go ahead. So we weren't used to that, and I'm not gonna say we let the fame get to our head, but we were really excited, so we were not sleeping.
Yeah.
I kid you not, we didn't sleep like 3 days straight.
Wow.
And yeah.
This is, I mean, like, I feel like this is gonna be me the first time I go.
Yeah.
No, you're
you
not.
might.
Y'all are used to it.
Yeah, trust me, you're
It's
used
pretty
to it.
new. It's still. I mean,
I don't think you know Ken's energy.
I was like,
I
you give me a
can say-
room full of creators. Like, I'm gonna want to create. I'm gonna
Oh
want
no,
to.
exactly. Okay, fine. You
I'm not
might.
wasting no
Thank
time.
you.
Yeah, because I won't be wasting no time.
That's
around
right.
there.
Time is money.
Right. No. So we ended up going to the event, and we stayed up all night. We were collaborating with all these people. The Splash Twins, we met the Splash Twins.
Yeah, so we met them.
Yeah,
Twins.
we hung out with them more than anyone there, really.
Yeah.
It was lit.
We did.
Splash.
So-
No,
when we did that one, and I was like, this is literally the most monumental moment.
This is the
ever.
coolest I will ever be.
Yeah.
Now y'all ready for this though?
Okay.
Yeah. Let's hear
Okay,
it.
so
Let's hear it.
so basically after that we were staying up. So it started off with paranoia. We got paranoid, and we kept thinking people were following us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
like, and they like,
Yeah.
Like
This-
not digitally, like not like
No.
dating
No. Real life.
Literally,
They
in
asked
real
about
life.
people-
Wait, at VidCon, you were like looking over your shoulder?
No. This
Don't. Now Garrett's in. Now Garrett's hooked.
We were supposed to go home after the event, but we
we ended
stayed
up
for like a
staying.
few more days, and we were collaborating with a bunch of other people, and like we were like talking to like a management company too and stuff, and I feel like it was kind of like they were doing a little too much, but so it was just crazy.
Extra
and-
credit.
Yeah. So we got paranoid. We felt like people, when we were like walking the streets of LA, we thought people were like about to like steal from us, all this stuff. So start off with paranoia. And then we went to like back to like the management people's houses and stuff. And we went to sleep. We were getting ready to go to sleep, but like, the paranoia kind of started kicking in. That's when it
Yeah.
started developing. And we w're like, we gotta go.
So we drove all the way back.
We gotta go. Something's not right. And it was like late at night.
6
hours. No.
What?
From
Yeah.
LA.
From LA?
No.
Back to
So we were paranoid.
brother.
Yeah, so we were at that house and we were like, we gotta go, because we were paranoid.
You are
That's
for
what-
3 days and you go into a 6-hour car ride?
Yes, and we were, and this is, mind you, this is our hold on, I'm not gonna talk about that yet. Our paranoia coming in, and so we had to get gas first, but we were like, when I was filling the gas tank, I was like jittery, and I kept looking behind me and stuff. I'm like, why am I doing that? But now I realize it was paranoia after everything that happened. So we drove 6 hours back. We almost like crashed our car and everything because we were paranoid and just fought. We were tired. When you're not sleeping for 3 days, you're
When
tired.
you're sleep deprived. Things should go
Yeah.
crazy. You're just
Crazy.
You turn into a crazy person.
Yes, no, you literally
you
go
guys definitely
crazy.
shouldn't have drove.
Yeah, we dead ass went
Don't
crazy.
paranoia
Yeah,
and
and
drive,
so
folks.
at the time too, our cousin,
Uber.
our cousin Kennedy and her girlfriend, it's funny. So it's our uncle. So it's our uncle, my dad, and then their sister,
and we're all gay.
they're all
Shut up. The
Yeah.
whole car is
yeah,
gay.
the whole.
Oh my
Yeah. So
God.
like, it's kind of like
What were you playing on the radio?
I don't remember. But no, sir. We drove back, but our cousin stayed with us at the time, and like we were kind of like, so we were saying, lock the doors, somebody's following us. Yeah, it was crazy.
and we got-
No, they drove back by themselves.
Yeah, we
and
drove back
then
by-
they met them at the house.
Yeah, sorry.
They were staying with us because they were
At the crossings, there's at our apartment.
Because
Yeah.
they left their
With
apartment.
the 2 beds, 2 baths.
Yeah, too bad.
So we they took my room. They took my room. They
his
took my room.
But yeah, we said lock the doors, blah blah blah. People are following us, and my cousin just woke up.
Hide your kids, hide your wives.
Yeah, and they're like, what are you talking about? Like, they're like, what are you talking about? And it started with paranoia, and then it transitioned into like psychosis.
And
And
that's when you-
psychosis is when
man.
you mix fantasy with reality.
We literally were doing shit that's like no one would do. Like you can tell something's off. Like
Yeah.
I remember like so when it all started, I went back to SAC and
he started doing weird stuff. Like he would start putting things that didn't make sense together. Like he'll dead ass a kid me now. He would like take this cup and like
color
this water
coordinate
bottle
them.
and this pumpkin and just put it there. It means something, but to him, but we don't know. Like I didn't know what the fuck. Like I didn't know he was
Is
doing.
that like? You think that's possibly a form of like PTSD or something?
Yeah, something kind of.
But also being sleep deprived and then driving
sleep
and almost
deprived.
crashing.
It's crazy. Like it's like your mind's just like you're just doing just anything.
Yeah.
But also, if you're getting an adrenaline rush from almost crashing your car after being up for 3 days, that's gonna do something to your
Yeah,
brain.
exactly.
Like, I do need to put the damn pumpkin next
Yes.
to the water bowl.
Any doctors, any queer doctors out there listening, let us know.
Yeah.
Send us what you
I don't
think
know if
it
you
is.
have to be a queer doctor. If you're just a
Please,
doctor.
yeah, DM us or something.
I like the queer
How
one.
does psychosis work?
But
'Cause
we need the queer doctors.
Yeah.
We need
Yeah.
some validation of
Yeah.
craziness, you know?
Our community needs to come
Do you
together.
mean like a psychologist or like a medical practitioner?
all of the above.
Right. All the above.
Give me
I need a
everything.
physical and a menthol.
Menthol?
A menthol.
I'm not getting stuck.
I need a physical and a cigarette.
Not getting stuck.
Okay. So let's
In that order.
Okay,
Right.
so let's cut to
Okay, so we ended up developing psychosis. So I also started doing this thing where like I kept walking the streets like barefoot. I walked the whole like Sacramento. I don't know where I was. I just was. I was no, definitely wasn't that. I was just walking the
His
street.
mind was just gone.
Yeah, I was just gone.
It's literally like the Walking Dead zombies. We were literally Walking Dead
so
zombies.
crazy.
So he had it first. So like he would walk, like he literally stressed me out so bad because like he would call me and just be like, "Come get me!" Like, what the bitch? Where are you? Like, and he was walking the streets and stuff, and I couldn't find him. Okay, it's funny to joke about it now. We can go back.
Yeah, you guys
at
can
it.
laugh. Trust me. Like
We can go back and laugh at it because it's just like it happened.
made it through.
Again,
Yeah. Like, that's a
negative
serious
turned to a
thing.
positive.
Yeah.
But it is serious. But at the same time, it's like we can joke about it now. But so we ended up. I kept walking the streets, and he was getting stressed out, and then he ended up getting psychosis as well.
Yeah.
So we both ended up get admitted to a hospital, but separate
It
hospitals.
was both called Crestwood. So one was in some
That's the name
other.
of my high school. Keep going.
not the sanctuary.
no. Yeah,
No,
but yeah, we were in there for almost a whole month.
Yeah.
And so
Wow.
we ended up losing our apartment. We got evicted actually,
Mhm.
and so we lost our apartment.
I'm like waiting for you guys to catch a break.
Yeah, we.
Yeah.
We'll tell your story. Like I don't know. Also, when I was in the hospital, like I was just walking around. Like I would like grab books and I would take paper and fold them and I would say like, "Oh, I made a book" or some shit. Like I did weird
Whoa.
shit, and I was like walking back and forth. And so like this one guy, this guy we live with, his name is Kurt. He's an older guy. Like I don't know if I told you guys about him, Kurt. Yeah, so he really took care of me and my brother at the time because everyone like dropped me and my brother, and so
We got kicked out.
Shout out to Kurt. We love Kurt. We love
Yeah.
Kurt. So yeah,
Thanks, Kurt.
yeah. So we currently live with him. So like he took us in. Like he would visit me all the time in the hospital, and like he would like leave crying and stuff. He told me, and like he was like depressed
'Cause we were
because-
so,
Is
like,
he really the only one that visited?
he was the only
Yeah,
one
he
that like our mom came, but like she had to go back to work. But no one understood what was going on.
No one understood what was
either.
going on. And
so
he-
everybody and mind you, we also got evicted, but we also got kicked out of school too.
School,
Like
yeah,
we had to
we had to
drop
stop
out of school. So we had to like
Dang.
our life did a full 180.
Wow.
You know how
2019.
it all happened like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like your life can really change like that. So we had to like start all over and everything we did. After the psychosis happened. I'm gonna kind of pick it up. But basically, after everything that happened, we ended up being depressed for like 8 months, and we didn't do anything. Like we were just depressed, and then we started working after 8 months, and then. After that, we rebuilt everything.
No,
we had no money, no nothing. So
Yeah.
Kurt really helped us out a lot. Like
Got you back on your feet.
yeah, he really got us
feet.
back on our
And,
feet. Now we're like basically thriving.
Mhm.
So because of him, I guess we caught a break.
Dang,
Yeah.
thanks, Kurt.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kurt.
Yeah.
And thanks to you guys for your persistence, like your perseverance, like fucking
We were
right.
and we were literally about to quit. Like we didn't post for a year. Like all of our friends left us behind. We should have. I felt like on our like accounts, like we should have been like at like 2 million or something like that, like on TikTok and stuff. But we had to. We stopped for a whole year. Like
Yeah.
when you stop, you have to be consistent on
Whoa.
social media.
Yeah.
Well, just
Yeah,
please
it's
note
all
from
about
this point
Consistency.
forward,
Yeah,
Pride House
you
has
always
your
have
fucking
us.
back.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
always.
No, guys,
From
these
Tanner.
y'all listen to this. Y'all know we some real ass bitch. Like we're real bitches. Like we tell you who's real.
These people here.
Yeah,
they're real as
yeah,
they come.
No,
for real.
thank
Seriously.
you.
Yeah.
No, but so I just want to say, like, all these trials and tribulations and all the things that we went through in our life, from the psychosis, from being homeless, from the abuse from our parents, I just want to let you guys know, like, you know, things do get better, and like, especially, you know, we came out on National Coming Out
Yeah, I
Day.
know you guys want to know about that. I don't know if you should
Yeah.
touch that on that.
Yeah, I think let's.
The camera was like about to die.
I was gonna say let's take a quick little break. Let's get to like that kind of positive note.
Yeah,
where I
we
think
can
it's
wrap it. Yeah,
Where
really
you're at
good.
now.
So
Your
we're
coming
pretty much
out
wrapping
story.
it up. Yeah.
We want to hear all of because you're doing really good.
Yeah.
And you're gay.
What's that Doja Cat song? You know that. Yeah, the camera about to die.
So we will take a quick break, then we'll get to the coming out story. I do kind of want to touch on a documentary that we were just talking about called Gender Revolution, where they talk about twins. You know, majority of them end up either being gay together, or not gay together, but like, they're both gay or they're
Right.
both trans. Very rare. You know, do you find like a set of twins that aren't both gay? And I thought it was kind of interesting, and I know I kind of want to get into that a little bit before we close out, and then
You said
we'll
Netflix?
it's a Netflix.
Netflix. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be watching that tonight, Molly.
No, for real.
It's really great, and then we can get to our question of the day. And
Oh my God,
yeah,
can't
this
wait.
has been such a great episode. We'll take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Welcome back, Pride family.
Yeah.
That works too. So before we left, we want. What did you say, twinning? No, before we left, we were. Well, this is the good part. We're gonna talk about us
Our
coming out and how
We made it.
Yeah, how things are.
Yeah.
Their
changing
story
now.
has been so crazy, and now we're to the glorious moment of freedom. for them.
Freedom, yeah.
triumph.
Yes, yes.
Take it away.
All right, so we came out on October 11th, and when we came out, you know, it's weird because I was nervous. I was like, dang, when we post this coming out photo, I feel like because we did a photo shoot prior to coming out, and I was thinking,
Yeah.
we did a photo shoot, and I was thinking, oh my god, we're gonna get like people are gonna talk so much shit. People are gonna be like, oh wow, you're weird, you're gay. We're gonna get hella on follows,
Right.
like all that stuff. Weirdly,
The opposite.
the opposite.
We're expecting-
No one really said it.
Community support. too.
Yes, it was a.
They love a photo shoot.
Okay, okay, but here's the thing though, like, so some people who unfollowed us back in our past, like during high school, like they randomly unfollowed us, and like, you know, they came back, and like you can tell like people were talking about us, like
Right.
sending it. Yeah, it was like we were like, who are you? Like, some people we didn't talk. Some people we didn't talk to anymore. Started following us again. Like I tried to reach out to you way before this, and they just they just don't talk to us or ignore us. But all
Now
of a
you
sudden,
guys are famous
now you
and
want
they're like-
right now they want to like be like, oh, I'm so proud of you, but you were homophobic. You were
Yeah.
homophobic.
You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Yo, middle finger.
Yeah,
Definitely
so
a Nicki Minaj song. For
yeah. so all in all, it just everything is just like, you know, great.
Look who we got to meet. Like,
Hey.
Yeah,
it's
we're so happy. I just like our conscience, like, you know, we just are just happy now.
You can tell your energy. I'm sure we didn't know you before, but your
Our energy was
is
always
even, Yeah, like
But I feel
even
like
more
it's-
confident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one thing I can say for like people who are like are afraid to come out or not, but once you come out, you feel like you open a portal.
You
Like,
literally open a new
you walk
chapter.
into a portal of like happiness.
And your
and
new
like
self.
it really feels that way. I can't really describe like that's how I describe it. When I came out, I feel like I'm finally myself. I get to live my truth, and you're that bitch.
Yeah,
like,
like,
when you come out,
once you come out,
nobody can tell you shit.
Anyone who calls you a faggot, you're like, yeah, I'm a faggot.
Yup.
That's literally all you have to say.
Yeah, like, how else? You can't hurt me anymore.
You can't hurt me no
Yeah.
more.
Right.
Like I'm not bothered. So
Yeah.
yeah, once
You're
you come
fully
out,
formed.
I recommend if you come out, you're free. At that point, you literally
Yeah.
no one can tell you. You can do
You can-
anything you want.
Anything you want.
Look at your dad and go, hey,
Yep.
I'm a faggot.
I'm a faggot. I'm a faggot, bitch. What's up?
What's up?
I'm a faggot with hands, bitch. What's up?
And I'm making 6 figures.
Period. Period.
On this circle.
Y'all see us on season 6.
Y'all see six now.
Season 6, you're both on it. You don't even know. I'm manifesting this right now.
Manifesting it!
Oh my God, and you
Garrett
don't-
is actually catfishing someone else. You guys are catfishing someone else. And
Or you guys are playing
other.
each other.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
That would be cool.
They want us to play girls, but
was-
that's
Yeah.
fine.
Don't say
No, you use your alter egos.
Yeah, Dorsey and Garcia.
Oh, bring our wings on
Yes,
stage.
period.
Bring the bobs. Bring the bobs.
No, but you can't use those names now that you told the whole audience.
Well, I'm not gonna use that name.
Well, now
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah.
Well, I think you guys, obviously, you know, this whole, you know, podcast has kind of been this major journey with you guys. And I know there's a lot of you guys out there who have similar stories or feel like there's no one else like you. And that's exactly why we do this, you know, on the podcast, to share each other's stories. And why we have a set of twins here. I kind of wanted to bring up this documentary, which I thought was still on Netflix, but it's no longer on Netflix. It's now on Disney Plus, which is even more epic. So it's called Gender Revolution.
With Katie Couric,
with
one
Katie
of my favorite
Couric.
news anchors back in the day, and she kind of goes on this journey. It's really, you guys need to watch it. Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. I want everyone to watch it this week. I want to dive into it a little bit more on the episode next week. But what's really interesting is they do a lot of tests in twins, specifically where, you know, they try and prove to people who don't understand who we are that, you know, you don't just like choose to be gay. It's not like, today I'm going to be gay, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of the times in a set of twins, there is, if one person is gay or trans, it's really high, more likely for them both to be. And I thought that was pretty interesting. So I encourage everyone to go watch that on Disney Plus, Gender Revolution. Before we do our question of the day, do you have any thing else that you guys want to share to our viewers?
Just real quick. So me and my brother and I are dropping our first single.
You guys sing?
Yes.
Triple threat.
It's like
y'all.
I need you out my head, but I want you in my bed. Make it feel like the first time. I'm gonna make you feel alright. That's all y'all get. October 22nd. So it's gonna come out before this releases. So October 22nd is called "I Need," our very first song. Another thing before.
It's called I Need?
Yes, I Need.
And where can we find it?
You can pre-order it on, before, it's gonna be on Apple Music and Spotify, all streaming services.
Awesome, perfect.
Another thing about our music, we are very gender neutral. No, genre benders. So we do rock, pop, everything.
Hey.
So that's all I'm gonna say. Our song's
Very
coming
on
out.
brand
Have
for you
fun.
too, I
Yep.
bet.
Stay tuned.
Well, I think that's freaking awesome. I can't wait to
It's
listen
perfect
to
for
it.
Pride House. I mean,
Yeah.
we love the arts. We love bringing in guests that not only are advocates for our community, but are also expressing themselves through dancing, through singing, through acting. They can do it all. So that's
Let's
why
get their song popping on TikTok, you guys. So
Yes.
let's use it. That'd
They
be
can do it all. Triple
amazing.
threats.
Kent, you want to talk about what the question of the week was that
that's
Kelsey
right.
asked last week?
We had our friend Kelsey over last week, which you guys should meet. She's an amazing,
y'all would
amazing
love
Big card.
But she asked us if we had any spooky stories. I had one spooky story. Right after So You Think You Can Dance, like 2010, I had a little period time before going on tour. So I was at home back in Ohio. I think I was really exhausted. You know, you kind of have like those 2 weeks before you start prepping for tour. Molly knows about it because she was also on the
Yeah,
show.
but I didn't get a tour, so thanks, Kent.
Sorry. Thank you, Garrett. But anywho, I was sleeping, I was exhausted, and then it was one of those dreams where I woke up, but my body wasn't woke, it wasn't moving at all, and then all of a sudden I felt my legs levitating, and I was like, what is happening? And then they started going higher and higher, and I kid you not, they were in full like pike position, and my whole body could see it, but I couldn't get out of this, like, I couldn't break free, I couldn't wake up, and then finally I just
And then you
remember
were Soren.
and then Vanessa Hudgens was right there.
bedroom and I had no
Oh my God. And that was your first straight sexual fantasy. That's crazy,
Oh,
Kent.
baby, I miss you, B. Now she getting hit by the ghost.
Hi, Vanessa. Why we have you guys here, do you want to do our final question? So basically you'll ask a question and our viewers have to respond in the Apple review comments of what they think the answer is or what their answer is, whatever it is, whatever you come up with.
That's right.
And then we talk about it next episode.
Okay, so I got you.
Oh, you already have the question?
I got you.
4, 3, 2, 1.
What was the Pride House first gay experience?
Oh.
Period. Big purr.
That's gonna be a gun one.
Sorry, Mom and Dad. Please don't listen to the next episode.
Oh, that went straight cliffhanger.
Yeah, that was good.
No, not straight.
I'm about to dive
You're a little
in.
gay.
I think I'm about to dive in.
Hey.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, I couldn't even find the beat.
So, yeah.
There's a
Aw,
beat.
well, what a great episode. This is really fun.
Thank you so much for being here.
No,
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are lovely. You guys are amazing. Keep doing you guys. Keep shining. Keep
Thank
thriving.
you.
too.
Y'all, Kent's laughing at me for thanking you for being here.
Ken always laughs at everyone.
I was like, what the fuck is he
Garrett,
like?
No. Ask the fans. No.
Good job,
Good
Ken.
question, Ken.
Good, Ken.
Was he laughing?
Good. Ken said, ask the fans. No.
No, but
Back to the
seriously, though.
Spellman
Well,
Twins.
we actually have a song we do on every podcast.
Oh, and it's a good one.
What is
Okay,
it?
ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Say it again.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Say what?
Don't forget to subscribe.
And listen anywhere you listen to podcasts, and don't forget to subscribe and leave comments and tell us how much you love Pride House.
Yeah.
Big part!
1, 2, 3.
It's a great day to be